So, good morning, students. In our previous class, we have discussed about Bohr's model of an atom, Sommerfeld atomic model, and quantum mechanical model of an atom. In this session, we are going to learn about quantum numbers. What are the importance of quantum numbers? The main importance of quantum numbers is each electron in an atom is described by a set of three numbers. They are generally n, l, and m. Three set of numbers. They are n, l, and ml. These numbers are called quantum numbers. These numbers are called n, l, and m are quantum numbers. Okay, and especially and these numbers indicate the probability of finding these numbers. What numbers? N, L, and M indicates the probability of finding the electron in the space around the nucleus. Okay, the main significance of these quantum numbers describes the space around the nucleus where the electrons are found and also their energies. And these are called very well atomic orbitals. So there are four quantum numbers are there. Let us discuss one by one. The first quantum number is principal quantum number. Principal quantum number. Principal quantum number. First one, principal quantum number. Okay, and this principal quantum number designated by symbol n. The symbol n, where n can take the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Okay, and these quantum numbers, principal quantum numbers, proposed by Niels Bohr. Proposed by Niels Bohr. Here, n has positive integer values. Therefore, n equal to you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Etc. So, as n increases, the cells become larger and the electron in those cells are farther from the nucleus. That means what? As the n value increases, the cells become larger and the electron in the cells are farther from the nucleus. That means what? An increase in n also means higher energy, where n equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. are often represented by the letters k, l, m, and etc. For each n value, there is then one main shell. For example, see, you can take shell, okay, shell and value of n. For each n value, n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4. And for each value of n, there is a one main shell. What is the main shell? If n equal to 1, which cell it is? K cell. If n equal to L cell. If n equal to 3, M cell. If n equal to 4, N cell. That means what? As the n value increases, the cells, especially the cells become larger. The cells become larger and the electron in those cells are farther from the nucleus. Okay. And an increase in n also means that higher energy, that is n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, are often represented by the symbols or letters k, l, m, etc. For each n value, there is a one main shell. What is for each n value? If n equal to 1, k cell. N equal to L cell. N equal to 3, m cell. N equal to 4, n cell. Okay. Understand, children? So, for example, I will give you one example. For example, is there neon is there and sodium is there. If you write the electronic configuration of neon by representing their shells. For example, say here say nucleus and L cell and M cell. There are 2 electrons here and against 8 electrons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is only K and L cell. K and L cell. This is not there. K and L cell. K and L cell. Now for example, friends, this is atom number 10, atom number 11. Okay, this is L cell. Now for example, you can write sodium. Okay, this is 2 electrons will take place in a K cell and 8 electrons in L cell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now one more electron is there, that is now see K cell, L cell and M cell. Now you see that as the N value increases, the electrons in those cells farther from the nucleus. Okay, so this is about principal quantum numbers, and especially the principal quantum numbers related to size and energy of the main cell. It gives information about size and energy of the main cell. Okay, children, understood? This is about principal quantum numbers. Principal quantum numbers are proposed by Niels Bohr, and these numbers give the information about size and energy of the main cell. As the n value increases, the cell become larger and the electron in those cells are farther from the nucleus. Okay. So second quantum number is, that is the angular momentum quantum number. Second one, the angular momentum quantum number. That is, for example, see, and these are indicated by the letter L, angular momentum quantum number. These angular momentum quantum numbers are proposed by Sommerfeld. And these quantum numbers give the information about shape of the particular subcell. Okay, these quantum numbers, azimuthal or angular momentum quantum numbers, give the information about shape of a particular subcell, and these are designated by the symbol L. And L as integers values from 0 to minus L as integers values from 0 and n minus 1. 0 from 0 to n minus 1. L can take the values from 0 to n minus 1. For each value of n, each L value represents one subcell. For each value of n, each L value represents one subcell. So each value of L is related to shape of the particular subcell in the space around the nucleus. So the value of L for a particular subcell generally designated by letters SPD as follows. For example, children, value of L and name of the subcell. Name of the subcell. For example, see, and this no doubt starts from 0. If L equal to 0, which subcell it is? S orbital. If L equal to 1, P orbital. If L equal to 2, D orbital. If L equal to 3, F orbital, etc. So like that, for each value of L, there is a one subcell is there. There are subcells S, P, D, F. L equal to 0 because starts from 0 onwards. Okay. So when N equal to 1, there is only one subcell, that is with L is equal to 0. This is designated by the symbol 1s. We can say that is 1s. 1s orbital. When N equal to 2, there are two subcells are there. N equal to means what? Two subcells. N equal to 2, for example, see, N equal to 2, there are two subcells, namely L equal to 0 and with L is equal to 0, the 2s are subcell, and L equal to 1, the 2b subcell. There are two subcells are there when N equal to 2. And next, what about the subcells when N equal to 3 and N equal to 4 and all? You can calculate yourself. Okay, so this is about angular momentum quantum numbers. The third one is the magnetic quantum numbers. Third one, the magnetic quantum numbers. Quantum numbers. Designated by the symbol M. The magnetic quantum numbers designated by the symbol M. And these magnetic quantum numbers are proposed by Landé. proposed by Landé. The magnetic quantum numbers are proposed by Landé, and magnetic quantum numbers, that is ML, as integers value between -1 and L, include 0. Thus, for a certain value of L, there are 2L plus 1. 2L plus 1. There are certain value of L, there are 2L plus 1 integers values of ML as follows. For example, see minus L plus 1, dash dash minus 1, 0, 1, dash dash minus plus L minus 1, comma plus L. Okay, these values are described by the orientation of the orbital in space relative to the other orbitals in the atom. For example, when L equals 0, for example, see children, when L equals 0, then what happens? Same value here, 2 into 0 plus 1 equal to 1. Because 2L plus 1, and substitute L value place of L, you get 1. That means what? And there is only one value of ML. Thus, we have only one orbital, that is 1s orbital. When L equal to 1, there are three main, means ML has three values, namely -1, 0 and 1, or 3 p orbitals are there with the different orientations along XYZ axis. There are labeled as Px, Py, Pz orbitals are there. There are 3 p orbitals are there, Px, Py, Pz, and do all these p orbitals having equal energy? Definitely, all the 3 Px, Py, Pz orbitals are having the same energy. Those orbitals are called degenerated orbitals. The number of ML values indicates the number of orbitals in subcells with a particular L value. Orbitals in the subcell belong to the same shell called same energy, and these are called degenerate orbitals. There are Px, Py, Pz. Px, Py, Pz orbitals are there, and these three orbitals are having same energy, hence they are called as degenerated orbitals. Okay, children. For example, see, there are only one s orbital is there, only s orbital is 1, and remaining 3 d orbitals, 3 p orbitals are there, namely Px, Py, Pz, etc. At the same time, there are 5 d orbitals are there. 5 d orbitals there are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, and dz square. So there are the 5 d orbitals are there, and 3 p orbitals are there, Px, Py, Pz, and their shapes also we can draw very easily, Px, Py, Pz orbitals, because they are same. Px, Py, for example, this is S orbital, children. This is S orbital, spherical shape, S orbital, and next to Px, for example, see, this is Px orbital, and next to Py orbital, and third one, you know very well, Pz orbital. This is Pz orbital. Okay, Px, Py, Pz orbitals. So all the three also we can show the same place. All the three we can show, that is, the imagine here. Okay, Py, Px, and Pz. All the three, that is Px, Py, and Pz orbitals are there in the same plane we can draw. So like that, there are 5 d orbitals are there, namely dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, and dz square. All of these, especially 5 d orbitals are there. So especially my dear children, you can draw Px orbitals, S orbitals, and d orbitals. Okay, children, and I'll continue the next class about the representation of the elements in the respective main cells and subcells, etc. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.